This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense comes onto the field first today. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
The Red Raiders want to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Flood. The short hands, it's Savage. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to pick up yardage. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere, it's a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you've got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football.
RPO complete to open the drive. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Got his man. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one. It'll be 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Got him downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. It's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arizona.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Looking for a man, it's Flood. Pulls it in. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running to the left. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first down. Running free. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Keeps looking downfield. There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. He's got it for a big play. He's into the open down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Flood. Flips it out on the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Lindsey. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Baldridge. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll run the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Flood. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you use usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the butt and see what he can get. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. Makes a man miss. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese, the bigger the expectations get.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. Nice move there. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he's got a chance. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. And they can't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. A designed run for the quarterback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Flood. Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is in the air. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Gonna run it. It's Nicholson. Breaks the tackle. Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. He's got his man, makes the grab. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under fire. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead down to just 3, 20-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Fires to the middle. Rolls it in. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And that's in Arizona.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Just keep slinging it. It's on target and complete. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And that's in Arizona.
Handoff to the single running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on third down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Touchdown Wildcats. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean.
Back to pass, it's Flood.
An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Caught in the backfield. It's Nicholson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On the move. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Arizona runs out the punt team. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. He'll do it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Then you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And tackled here by the defense.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They got zero push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a back-breaking. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wants to fire on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Trying to pound it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this Arizona's feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll ride the hot hand. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Flood. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger and put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Makes the grab. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
In Arizona.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Arizona. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. If they can just hang on, they might be able to notch their first victory of the season.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking downfield, it's Flood. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab, it's Lindsey. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Wants to throw again. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.